Welcome back, and now it's time for this week's notice board. Marico has announced Alia Bhatt as the new face of Nihar Naturals and Nihar Shanti Amla. This is after the brand's long-standing association with actor Vidya Balan. The brand has also launched 2 TVCs for Nihar Shanti Amla and Nihar Naturals coconut hair oil, which are conceptualized by Ogilvy India. We have the exclusive preview of the first film with Alia Bhatt. We are also catching up with Somasree Bose Awasthi, CMO Marico, on this new film and much more. Somasree, welcome to CNBC-TV18.
Thank you so much.
Tell us first about the genesis of the new film with Alia Bhatt. What was the thought behind it and what was your brief to the agency?
First of all, I would love to share that Nihar, which is the market leader in the value-added hair oil segment, it has been reaching the heights that it has reached today. Being the market leader is actually where Vidya Balan has taken it. I mean, it has been on her strong shoulders that for the last 13 years, brand has reached the kind of heights it has. And also the reason for such kind of height has been the education progress that, the brand has been really supporting. It has stood for the purpose of driving education among children. And of course, the teachers who are teaching them, right? From there, now to take the next leap, we actually reached out to the consumers. And that's where we realized that the purpose of education is really driving the want of the brand. And also the youth icon today will actually take it to the next level, because she's the one who is really, the one that is influencing the generation. And that's where the whole thought came, that to fit into Vidya Balan's shoes and take it to the next level, who better than the youth icon today, which is Alia Bhatt.
And there is a cause, of education associated with a brand. If I may ask you, as a marketer, what does it take to weave this particular cause?
The Gen Zs today actually look for, brands which are with a purpose. The best part is that, after we acquired the brand in 2005, and, till then we have been doing well, but then just a pricing strategy will not help us get the brand there. And that's when in 2012, way back in 2012, we realized that there has to be a purpose. Now, our TG was females, and females, they are also young ones and also mothers over there who we realized that one of the things they worry about is their education of themselves and their children, which were, some of the things that really mean to them. And that's where the whole genesis of, the whole thing that, can the brand participate in this whole purpose of, while giving beautiful hair to the consumer, can it also enable her to go for a purpose that also means a lot to her? And that's where the whole thing came up with the ingredients like amla and, almond, where Nihar really stands out in terms of promising that it'll give you long, thick black hair. By buying this product, we are actually enabling the women also to participate in this whole movement of driving education among children. And that's where the whole genesis started. And that 2012 actually became like a real, sort of inflection point for the brand. And that's where we kept consistently at it. And we have been aided by, first we had a tie-up with CRY, and then back in 2019-20, we actually tied up with an NGO, which is Leap Forwards. And what we did was we completely used digital technology to drive this awareness. And let me tell you how it helped during COVID times. It was just before COVID that we had this tie-up. And the entire module is actually the whole education module, which is targeted towards teaching the teacher and teaching the students. There are 2 separate modules. Correct. And these modules are actually on WhatsApp. Oh, so wow. The whole education happens through these modules. There are 4 big modules which can take as much as 4 years. These 4 modules are on WhatsApp. And the moment COVID struck, if anything else has failed, this is something that was there to continue, right? With all education happening online, Nihar, with this CSR objective, actually drove the whole education online through WhatsApp. Just to give you some numbers, in 2023, which is the last year, which has just ended, we actually landed teaching about 2 lakh teachers, more than 2 lakh teachers, and more than 10 lakh students. And we also, along with the help of this Leap Forward NGO that we are working with, maintain dashboard for the performance and progress of each of these teachers and students. Yeah. So it's not like it's just a module which is up there. We as Marico, we as brand Nihar really support this cause as part of our CSR.
Yeah, and moving on now from Nihar to the other brands under your portfolio as a marketer, if you can share with us what are the consumption patterns, especially in the urban markets, also in the semi-urban and rural markets, and what are the key trends that you are seeing?
So currently we believe that the worst of the inflation is really over. We are seeing trends improving, particularly, I mean, in urban also we believe that the worst of the inflation is really, really over, and looking forward to a better consumption rate going forward.
Okay, and how are food and digital first products performing under your portfolio?
So actually they are the strong pillars of our growth, and our target now would be to aggressively sort of control the costs and ensure good amount of gross margin so that we are able to invest back on that and grow these really well. They are doing well for us, and we want them to continue doing well and while ensuring profit.
And how about your media investment strategy? How has that changed, and in the face of inflation? Are you making any staggering changes in the way in which you look at different mediums and invest in different mediums right now?
So when we look at media, it is more to say that you are spending not for here and now. You're actually building, putting in media, investing behind a long-term brand equity building. So what we have been doing in the current last few quarters and going forward also, very clearly we are planning for increase in our advertisement to sales ratio, and that's what we are focusing on. We are clearly focusing on driving the long-term brand equity.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you.
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.